Okay, I was asked about turbine engine startup procedures and what sorts of precautions you have to take, and I'll have Mike explain that now.
Well, the danger of starting a turbine engine is letting it overheat when you start it, and that's commonly called a hot start. So you have to monitor your TOT, turbine outlet temperature, very closely during the start and make sure that it doesn't go over the red line or the red dot for more than the specified seconds. Now, on a cold start, which would be the first start of the day, it's pretty simple. You just run the engine up to 10 to 12% N1, introduce the fuel, and watch the TOT. It'll typically, on this engine, will typically go to the bottom of the yellow, maybe just touch the yellow, which is about 750 degrees, far below the 815 degree limit. Then, as the engine produces RPMs, it will drop in temperature. Then, when it hits the acceleration part of the start at about 35% N1, then it will peak again, probably up around 700, and then continue to cool down from there. Now, if it goes past the red line during the initial start, then you would abort the start by shutting the fuel rapidly and continue motoring the engine to keep the engine cool. Then you would try your start again, and if you do that 3 times in a row, you need to let the starter cool down, probably get a jump start, and maybe find out why it's starting hot. Now, right now the engine's been run just a few minutes ago, so it's not a cold engine, so it's going to be more difficult to start and more possibility of a hot start. So you have to motor the engine until the turbine outlet temperature falls below 150 before you introduce the fuel. If you introduce the fuel above 150, you're most likely going to get a hot start. And a hot start can cost you anywhere from a maintenance inspection of $1,000 to, if you pay no attention at all and it goes to 1,000 degrees, it's going to cost you an engine overhaul, probably in the $60,000 range.
Thank you very much, Mike.